Hello guys. Welcome all of you to the essential series of Topper Engineer classes. So, in this video, we are going to learn about two questions which were asked in the coding round of 13th October exam of Essential. So, without wasting time, let's begin on the first question. The first question title is vowel change. Okay, so vowel change, we are getting an idea of a string type of question. Okay, let's begin with the question. The vowel substring in the word essential warriors. Okay, essential warrior is a word are A-E-U-E-A-I-O. Okay, so the vowel substrings. Okay, so they have created substrings out of the main string, that is essential warriors, and those substrings are consisted of only and only vowels. Okay, so the first vowel in essential warriors is A. Okay, so A is a vowel and they have created a substring. Then the second substring would be only E. Then third is U. Fourth is E. Fifth one is A again. And sixth one is IO. Why IO are together and the others are not together? See guys, the first vowel substring is A. So in the word essential warriors, the A is the first letter which is succeeded by C, and C is not a vowel. C is a consonant. So they have only considered A as a substring. Following like this, the IO are together in the warrior. Okay, so IO both are the vowels and it has been followed by R, which is a consonant again. So they have removed a consonant, and before that R they have considered it as a vowel substring. So IO is a vowel substring together. Okay, so moving to the second sentence, the longest of this has a length of 2. Yes, correct. The longest length of the vowel substring is 2. The rest of them are 1 only. See, the 5 of the substrings are 1. The length of the 5 of substrings are 1, and the length of sixth substring is 2. Okay, so given a lowercase string, okay, so string will always be a lowercase that has alphabetic characters only, no numeric characters or any symbols. Both vowels and consonants are present and no spaces. Okay, return the length of the longest vowel substring. Simple. So we just have to fetch the vowel substring, then we have to calculate the length of each vowel substring, and we have to use the max function to return the maximum length of the list of the vowel substrings. So simple. Okay, so there are two examples also. So the first word is something which I cannot pronounce. What is that? I don't know, but yeah, okay. So the U, O, I are the three strings together, and those are the vowels. Okay, so three characters in a vowel substring. Both are all of them are vowels. Then the second vowel substring is E A. Okay, so U, O, I is the first vowel substring, and E A is the second, and maximum length of this is 3. So the output is 3. Similarly, in this, so we got O, 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 O. Okay, so 4 times O, we got it. Then we got it U double O A O. Okay, so these 5 characters are together as a one vowel substring, and the length of this is 5, and the maximum vowel substring in this whole string is 5. Okay, so let's move to the coding area. Here I am using a Visual Studio Code. It's very easy and reliable for Python. Yes, I am using a Python language for this type of question because it is very easy to use in companies coding rounds to crack it. Okay, so we got an idea how to solve it, right? So the first thing we are going to fetch it. We are going to search the consonant from the consonant or vowel from the word given, and then we are going to replace it with the space. Why space? Because if we use space, we can then divide that whole word into different substrings, and then we can calculate the length of each substring. Okay, so let's begin. So I will take the first variable named word, and I will give it a value as into warriors. Cool. Okay, so word has been given. Then I will make a function. Let's make a function, and what I will call it vowel, vowel, vowel game. What was it? Vowel chain. Yeah. So the vowel chain is the nice name, and I'm going to pass this word in this function. So first I need a loop to go through each character of the word. So I'm using for x in. Okay, now this will the x is a each character iterator in the word. Now I'm going to check if that x variable is a consonant or a variable. Sorry, vowel. So if x not in a e i o u, okay, a e i o u, if that variable is not present in this string a e i o u, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to make word equal to word dot replace. Yes, the replace is a function which will help us to replace that consonant with a space. Okay, see, oh, I missed this word. Yeah, it look good. Yes. So after replacing each consonant with a space, we need to split that whole word into some substrings. So I will do word equal to word dot split. Okay. So this will split and give us a this will split the word into substrings and give it will return us a list of some strings. Okay, so there will be six strings, right? We have calculated, and those six strings are again stored in the variable word. Now I am going to calculate each length of the element in the word. So I will create a variable and call it element length list. Okay, so this will be our list which will calculate the length of each substrings in the list of words, and for that I am going to take help of the function length, and it will repeat for x in word. Okay, so for each element in word it is going to calculate the length, and then it will getting stored in element length list as a whole list of length. And out of that, what I'm going to return the max of element length list. Okay, so this will be given. I'm going to just make it proper. Yes, so this will return us maximum value which is present in the element length list. Now for this I have to call this function. So to call this function I will call print and the function name, that is vowel chain, and will pass the word in it. Okay, now let's see and check the program is running out. Yes, see, we got the output as a 2. Yeah. Okay, so let's check with the second word which is present in the example. Is it correct or not? So second word is SUORDEA, and the output should be 3, guys. Okay, so let's check and run. Yes, the output is 3 again. Similarly, let's check with the last example, which is very long. Okay, and it should be the output should be 5. Yes, the output is 5 again. So we have wrote a correct code. So this is one way to solve this. There is one more way actually. So this coding is like a beginner coding. But if we use some libraries, it will be more impressive. Okay, if the interviewer checked your code, so it will be more impressive. Let's try it. Okay, so I will remove this code and I am going to import a library. Okay, from regular expression dictionary I am going to import a find all. Okay, so this is a find all function which we are going to use. Now again, I need a variable which will hold a string or yes, and then I am going to make again a function which is vowel chain. Okay, okay, vowel chain, and in this vowel chain we need to pass this word. Now what I'm going to do, see the same idea is not going to use here. We are going to use find all. Find all, what the find all is for. Okay, see, the syntax is like, we need to send a pattern first, then string, and if we have a flags or, it's optional. Okay, so we need to send a pattern. So pattern here will be our vowels. So a, e, r, o, u are the vowels. Okay, notice. So a, e, i, o, u is our pattern, and which will be detected from word. Okay, so the find all function will find all the letters as a pattern, which is a, e, i, o, u, all the vowels from the word. Okay, so this is what is the find all function does. Then we need it a mapping function. Okay, so which will calculate all the length of this find all function. Okay, whatever the find all function will give us here, whatever this find all function will give us, it will simultaneously, the map function will calculate its length, and then out of that it will get a list. Okay, so out of that I need a max only, so I will use the max function here. Okay, so max function is been calculated, and the maximum value of find all, then length, and then mapping will be our output. So I will make a return statement, simple. Okay, so this is our return. Now this should work, it's simple, this should work. And I'm going to call this function print vowel chain and passing the variable. So answer should be 2. Yes, we are getting 2. Again I'm running, yeah, 2. 2 is the correct. So let's check with the example also. Oops, I didn't save that code. Yes, now it's 3, it's showing 3. Okay, and the last example is this one. Replacing it, save and done. So output is 5. Yes, we are getting the correct. So see guys, we are using a find all, and it's small line of code. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 lines. And it will be more impressive if you know that find all what find all function and map function does. Okay, so second question here is array madness. Okay, so array madness. Array comes with some integers. Okay, so there is a given two integer. Okay, so this is a numerical problem. Okay, so given two integer arrays a, b, both of length greater than or equal to 1. Okay, so create a program that returns true if the sum of the squares of each element in A is strictly greater than the sum of the cubes of each element in B. Okay, so what the question means, there are two arrays A and B. A have an element which can be more than or equal to 1, and B also has the element integer elements which is again more than or equal to 1. Now if we square each element of the array A and then sum up and then make them a sum, it should be if it is greater than the cube. If you make all cube of all element, each element in B and then sum up again, if sum of A is greater than sum of B, then we should return true, else false. Okay, so there is an example. So array madness, the function they have made, and in that array madness they have passed 4 5 6. This is the array A, and 1 2 3, this is the array B. Okay, so if we square each element in array A, that is 4 into 4 plus 5 into 5 plus 6 into 6. Okay, so the total will be 16 plus 25 plus 36. So 16 plus 25, 41 plus 36, 57. Okay, so we got a sum of A, that is 57. Then we again get array B, and we need to now cube each element. So 1 into 1 into 1 plus 2 into 2 into 2 plus 3 into 3 into 3. So the sum will be 1 plus 8 plus 27. So the total sum is 36. And okay, so sum of A is 57, sum of B is 36, I guess. Yeah, 36. And the sum of A is greater than sum of B, so we are returning true. Now in the second example, the same elements are passed, but this time 1 2 3 are passed as a array A, and 4 5 6 are passed as array B. So the sum of array A is now 36. Yeah, and the sum of array B is total 57. So 36 is greater than 57? No, it's not. So we are returning false. Okay, so let's move back to the code and try to let's make it a try. Okay, so here okay, so let's start with the simple type of approach. So let's create an array first, array 1 or A. Let's take array itself, and I will pass 4 5 6 in it, and array B 1 2 3. Okay, now I'm going to make an function, and I will make it array madness itself. Let's name the same, and passing the array A comma B. Okay, cool. Now in this array I need two variables for the sum of A and B. So I will make sum A, this is the variable, I will assign 0, and sum B, this is again 0. Okay, so yeah, oh, this equal to no underscore. Okay, so we are good with the variables. Now we are done. Now moving to the idea. So logic here will be we are looping to each element. We need to loop to each element of array A first, and then square each element and then sum them. Okay, so looping I am again using for I in. Now we need to use range. Okay, so range 0 2. What is the maximum range? Okay, so it will be the length of A, length of A. Okay, so for I in range 0 to length of A, that is the length of A is 3, to 0 to 3, it will be looping, and I am going to use sum A equal to sum not A, it will be I, but we should sum up, right? So sum A plus I, and for this I we are going to make it a square. Okay, so first we are making the square of the element, and then we are adding it to the sum A. Either you can write in this way, or you can write like this: sum plus equal to I double multiple. Yeah. So these are the two ways you can write the same equation. So I will prefer the second one. Okay. So we are making a square of each element and then adding it to the sum A variable. Okay, so likewise we need to do it for array B also. Okay, so again 0 to length of B. and here we need to use sum b plus equal to I star 3. Now here we are using 3 because we need to cube the each element. And finally we are going to return the boolean of sum a greater than sum b equation. Okay, so if this equation is true, then this function will return true, else it will return false. Now I am going to call this function. For calling, I am typing print and then array madness and passing the variable, arrays. Okay, and save it and let's hit it. Okay, so according to the example of the question, the output should be true. Let's see what our code gives us. Okay, so it is giving false. Okay, so where did we make a mistake? We actually here we can see we make a mistake in taking the element. We want to make the square of the element, right? But what we did, we take the iterator itself. So we need to make it an element. So a of I will be the right thing and b of I is the correct thing. So now we are making the square and cubes of the element a and element b respectively. Now let's see. I will just delete this. Yeah. Now see, it should return true. Yeah, it is returning true. Okay. Now what if I replace this variable with each other? Okay, so I will just cut down, paste, and I will make it. Okay. I'm just interchanging it with each other. Okay, so now it should return false, right? So let's see. Yeah, it is returning false. Okay, I'm deleting this terminal and yeah, it is returning false. So this is again a beginner style of coding, which is approximately 15 line of code. Okay, okay, 11 line of code. And to make it more impressive, we can use lambda function here. Yes, lambda may be new to some of you, but yes, we can use it here. Uh, okay, so I will show you how to use that lambda. I will keep this variable as it is because we are going to need it. And for lambda, I need a function where the value will be stored. And in this function, I'm calling lambda. But for this lambda, I need two variables, that is a and b. So here variables are arrays. Okay, array a and array b. With this array a, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a sum of each element. So let's take each element as I square. We need to square each element. Then again we need to make a for loop in A. Okay. So see, so A is an array. For each element of the array, I am going to make a square and each square will be sum up. So this is the whole meaning of this equation. So similarly, I need to make a sum of each element cube, right? So 3 for I in B. So this is the whole idea of the equation. So it will return? It will return this boolean function true or false if this equation is true or false. Okay, the sum of the square of each element in A is greater than sum of cube of each element in B. Now we need to print this. So print, then calling the function array madness and passing the variable. Now, according to the example, it should return false, right? So, yeah, let's check. Yes, it is returning false. And if what if we interchange this? So, I will just put it out. 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3. Yes. Now it should return true. Yeah, it is returning true. So this is how you can use a lambda function to impress the interviewer. So yes, guys, these are the two questions which were asked on 13th October. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have learned something new, the lambda function and the find all function. So thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next video. Bye bye.